Hello, welcome to the channel. My name is JGOD. In today's video, we're going to be doing another subscriber gameplay breakdown. This is a series where I take viewer submitted gameplay over on Twitter and basically go through it and talk about how they can improve as a player. So hopefully everyone watching the video can get something out of it and actually improve. And if you're interested in having your gameplay broken down, make sure you check out my Twitter, which is available down in the description. And with that, we'll go ahead and jump into the video. If you do enjoy the video and this type of content in any way, make sure you give it that thumbs up. 500 likes is the goal on this video, so you can help me out with that. Be very appreciative. And if you're looking to find your way back for more Call of Duty content, make sure you double check to see if you're subscribed with notifications on. Let's go ahead and get into it. So what we're going to do is take a look at a little bit of Ramaza gameplay. They're using the AK-74U in domination. They do start the match just a hair late, which allows the enemy team to push up, get a little bit of map control, because as you can see on the screen, they're already losing B. So one of the things that typically happens with these types of gameplays is when you start a little bit late, you rush out and you don't necessarily get the map control you're looking to have. And domination is more about holding map control than actually holding specific flags. And sometimes people think the opposite. They think holding the flags is more important than map control. And this a lot of times is going to get you in positions where you do not have control, and it makes it very difficult to maintain those individual flags. One thing that is very surprising about this gameplay is you're going to see that they're playing relatively passive aggressive. They choose their points to push, which is relatively smart way to play. They're pushing through this middle section. And ideally what you want to do, especially on Ramaza, is you're going to want to try and get in this area here on top where they are, but on top. And then somebody down low. It looks like one of their teammates is camping in a room. There are campers on their team, which is one of the biggest downsides with domination. There's not enough incentive within this game, since everything's based off kill streaks unless you're running point man, that basically people do not play the objective almost ever. And that's very unfortunate. That's one of the things that is worse in this COD than it's been in quite a while, but that's a completely different story. So what you're looking to do is maintain some kind of map control. And ideally what you're going to want to do is get into this building directly in front of them. So this building right here, you're going to want to get somewhere up in the top section so you can overlook B. If you manage to get into that section, now you're going to have a little bit of map control and provide cover. Someone needs to do that on your team. It doesn't necessarily have to be you as the player, but if your teammates aren't doing it, you're going to have to take up that task. There's certain roles on the map that obviously if you're playing professionally, people would know, hey, I got to do this and I got to do this. But you just got to fill in. You got to be that flex player that just fills in those gaps. And that's not what I see within this gameplay. No one takes it upon themselves to get that map control, and that's inevitably why things get a little bit out of hand. Even though it's a very close match, it could have been very lopsided if they played it correctly, and they would have got a lot longer streaks and got way more kills. So right here, they're pushing up this left side, which is okay, but their main objective here is they're 100% going for C, which is probably the worst strategy they can actually have, because what will inevitably happen is you end up with a split spawn where your teammates and enemies are spawning at both A and C. And then on top of that, you don't really have the map control, so people could slip through cracks, and you're going to end up getting shot in the back a lot, or putting yourself in positions where you're not necessarily going to win those gunfights. So you can see a lot of that work to go and get C, and it didn't actually pay off. They didn't get the objective, and the enemy still has a strong control B. Especially with Ramaza, you got to push up, get that right side map control, and then hopefully that'll allow your teammates to get some kind of control. It looks like someone died underneath here as they come through. Can't see necessarily where they're at. Their teammate is going upstairs, and then there is someone on the other side. Look at where the team is. Literally no one's pushing. This dude in the side, what the heck is this guy doing over here? Literally camping without any contribution in any meaningful way. And these are the people on your team that end up with like 5 kills, 6 deaths, and they literally have no caps, or they got 10 caps going back and forth just from C to A, C to A. And this is just not good. So they're not doing anything horrible by any means. Obviously, they don't have a lot of teamwork helping here. It looks like the teammate's jumping over the top, which is okay. Then come around, maybe do a pinch. But that teammate's doing a little bit of a better job. In my opinion, this teammate is kind of doing what they can. You jump over that wall, you peek the left side, and then you work your way into that building I was talking about, and you try and get control of that, because that is one of the most powerful power positions in this entire map, and holding that objective will get you good sight lines and cut off people, because pretty much all the enemies will be spawning in this corner by C, and they're not going to have a lot of areas to push out, and you'll just maintain that map control. They're going to be running out of cover, while you're in a good position, and you should be able to streak up rather easily. And you see this a lot when you're watching public matches, and in a lot of the gameplay I watch, there's a lot of different things going on. He was able to capture C, and I watched this through. They were able to hold C for a good amount of time because just like they're not really playing the objective, the enemy team isn't really aggressive on the objectives either. But they do manage to hold B like almost 90% of the match, and a lot of that comes down to that map control. So you got teammates here, both camping, head glitch, and just camping. That guy's still there. It's been already like another 30 or 40 seconds. So he's pushing through, choosing when to sprint and when to walk. Right here on the compass, you can see some gunfire over here. And there's no really reason to go for C. There's no one jumping on C. There ends up being a guy over here, I believe. But there's no real reason. He could hear the guy, and then he throws a nade, and then he ends up doing a kill trade there. The guy, luckily, that guy didn't have EOD. But he could have jumped around the corner and taken the gunfight. You have an SMG style rifle because you're using the AK-74U. Another nade clears that out. You can see the teammates right here jumping over that fence, and that's the teammate working their way around, and this other teammate's just kind of locking down the building. And that's not a horrible position as long as they don't push forward. You got to leave C alone. Let the enemies have C back. Get that map control. Hold A and B. The guy ended up camping. Or no, he wasn't camping. He came through the building. Just bad timing. So they're going to end up losing C. And you can see the teammate guy is going in there to clean it up. The guy has a shotgun. Does he win the gunfight? Looks like he was able to win it out. And then they're able to clear it. Quick little side note, I am doing a giveaway over on Fruitlab. If you guys are interested in maybe getting a free battle pass, I'm going to be giving away the equivalent of $10 to 3 different people. All you got to do is click that link in the description, follow my page, it's just JGOD, and then comment on my most recent video with the platform you play on. So we're back into the video, and what you're seeing here is there's still no map control. You have a teammate camping the stairways that are just right there. He's starting to work his way around. There's probably someone in this back spawn area because you can see the teammate just spawned on this left side. Teammate did spawn there, so maybe somebody got traded out or the guy ended up coming through. And that's pretty much it. Now they're going to be losing C, and the enemy team is really pushed up and had map control most of the time. One of his teammates is jumping on B. It looks like they did it solo, and that's the problem when you try to capture solo. Is somebody's already in that power position I talked about on the little walkway bridge area. So all they do is got to peek around, get a quick little easy kill because you are pretty open and can be shot from multiple angles when you are taking B. That's why it's very important to have that map control first, and then the capture will follow. Even if you're not directly on it, you're still participating in playing the objective. The entire time I watched this video, I don't remember the trophy system actually doing anything. I didn't hear it go off and get points. Pretty much the entire match. It might have happened once, I didn't notice, but overall, they need to swap that out for just keeping dead silence, or maybe some ammo if they're gonna go on a little bit longer streak. So you can see right here, they're focused on this side of the map, and now this is a good opportunity for the team to jump on B. If you're able to kind of like spawn trap in a way and keep people locked away in their objective, because they're pretty much going to spawn on this right side directly behind this building. And as long as you're able to just pick people off, the only way people are going to come up, they're going to sneak up around your teammate that's camping in that corner, still most likely over here. As you can see, he's still kind of over there. They'll be able to come out, get shot. So this is the perfect time to jump on the actual B flag, and we'll see what the team does. Boom, team's jumping on it. So you can see how the map control plays a factor. They did flip the spawns eventually. It took a little bit of a while because the way the map's designed a little bit. And this guy worked his way through and pretty much is able to get over towards B. The teammate decided to forfeit the B flag. He's running in towards A. And this teammate over here on the right is loving the corner more than anyone. And that is a huge problem with Modern Warfare. But that's not the game. That's just people not learning how to play the game. So you can see they're aggressively pushing up instead of going back up this stairway, holding the top platform, shooting people as they're coming out of spawn, try and provide cover while your team jumps on B, or if you see your teammates filling that role, jump on B. Clean kill. Teammates jumping on A, you're going to jump in there and flip the spawn. Yay, let's go ahead and grab A again. Now the enemy should be spawning on the other side, and you never really gained B. And you lost C, imagine that. flip spawns, you lose the next objective. That's very common. So they're mounting up, ends up taking that guy out. The teammate is going to go ahead and over here and jump on C. And you can see their team is anti-middle of the map because they never got map control, and it continues to feel like no man's land. And to be honest, this teammate is literally looking in the wrong direction. And the reason they're looking this way is because they're in that little camping, little cubby on that side right there. And they're just staring at the A spawn when almost nobody should be coming from that direction. So they're literally just camping. And that's just how people play the game, sadly. Those are your teammates. Those are your enemies. That's how people play. So you got a UAV. Cool, called it in. You can see that there's 1, 2, 3, and look at where they're at. They're locked in those power positions, and they're going to be coming across the bridge. There's a guy over here on this left side. He's getting shot from across map. Then they're over here at the A side. Teammates are trying to grab C. See, that guy was just camping in the corner with the shotgun. That guy has a little bit of that drone. They dropped the care package. He's throwing the nade, trying to get an easy kill. Got a little kill there. Got the other kill there. And you can see that he's not really getting much help. Unfortunately, when it goes down this type of road, again, you have to go get that power position. And even if you got to die a couple times, you got to get into this building. Let's see, what's he going to do? Now you're going to get a little bit of spawn trap. Kind of what I was talking about earlier. They're pushing aggressively. They're probably going to try and go for A because enemy team isn't much smarter than them. See, they're going for A. Guy's cutting around. Teammate died. He ends up getting gunned. And the spawns will probably flip. You got almost perfect map control here. What are you going to do? Cuts off that way. Teammate jumps on it with it. Got to be careful. Teammate didn't help much. Obviously, they're looking one angle. But you kind of got to keep your head on a swivel. I didn't really hear the guy, so it's not necessarily that. They lost A and C, so it's really important for them to jump on here. They get it. And now they should have pretty decent map control. Even though they're down by 40 points, the map ends up getting a lot closer because this random decides to jump on A, which at this point you probably need to jump on A and get that triple cap, or you will lose based off points. So they end up going 18 and 20, which was barely positive. They still end up getting the win, but they didn't contribute a lot to it. Neither did their teammates. It was just a lot of spawn flipping and randomness, which is kind of the worst way to play domination. So if you enjoyed it, let me know by hitting the like button. 500 likes is the goal. And if you're brand new to the channel, like to find your way back because you like what you saw today, definitely consider hitting the subscribe button with notifications on. And if you'd like your gameplay broken down, make sure you go ahead and check me out on Twitter. We'll see you in the next one. Appreciate all the support on the channel. Thank you for watching. As always, have a great day.